down. Do not be afraid. You are at rest. You fall deeper and deeper. Your soul needs to separate from your body. Into the warmth of fire. This is the arrival to your final destination. Welcome to eternal damnation. You are now entering hell.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the original Spooky Guide. We're back. It's been about a week longer than we originally planned. I apologize. I had the flu. I was dying. It was disgusting. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. It was unpleasant all the way around, and I needed a little extra time. And then I passed that along to Demi. And so she's recovering from that, and so she's not going to be able to join us. So once again, I'm in the big chair. And what do we say when I'm in the big chair?
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home, kids. That's cute. Hi, Randy. Anyway, so we are here, and usual bullshit is there. Demi, hello. We see you. We love you. We wish you were here. But we understand that you can't talk. So it's not so good. Anyway, Matt, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. So what you drinking? What you watching?
And I'm drinking a nice Coca-Cola, and just finished the new set of Cobra Kai that just came out. Those 5 episodes. There's 5 more coming in February, I think. Show's awesome. It's so corny. It's ridiculous.
I had no idea it was even going on anymore.
Oh yeah, this is the final season.
Okay.
5 or 6 seasons. I don't remember. And then I just finished the 2nd season of Tulsa King, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I just finished. I'm in the middle of finishing Penguin, which is also very, very good. And we started watching our Christmas movies. We watched all 5 Thanksgiving things there are to watch, and then started on Christmas. So
right.
That's where we're at.
Well, yay. And hello, Harry. Good to see you as well. So, Mike, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, we watched Terrifier 3 as well, which was excellent. It's actually the best of the series.
Okay, it's amazing. Oh man. Well, I told you about the wonderful genitalia flopping that made me.
That was Angie's favorite scene, was the chainsaw on the ass.
I was like, oh, nope.
Chainsaw up the ass.
Anyway.
Okay, well, it was a nice show while it lasted. I'm afraid YouTube's kicking us off the air now. We're talking about chainsaws up the ass. That's, you do not use a chainsaw as an enema, folks. That's our
no, there's
or a douche for that matter. Both of these, it's not where a chainsaw goes.
No, definitely not. But
no,
yeah.
Well, all right. So, Mike, what besides your again voting for Terrifier 3, and I'll at least just say this: it's not my movie. I got no interest in it. But isn't it nice when a series you like is actually progressively getting better?
Yes,
it doesn't happen.
It does not happen often.
No, it's not like Smoking Bandit where it was like, and then like, yeah.
All right. Well, anything else, Mike? Anything else watching? Show us what you're drinking too, because I know you shared it with us earlier. But let's show everyone that you're fancy.
Not even gonna try to pronounce it because I'm gonna butcher it like Art does. Anyway, it's an Aldi beer, and it was $5.
That's a Werner's Gruner.
Bruner.
Yeah,
Ernest Bruner.
what they said, really good. 5-pack was only $5.50 at Aldi, so yeah. Might.
Oh, dude.
But besides that, I ain't watching. Like, we haven't been watching anything. Work's just been absolutely crazy the last 2 weeks. So it's
Damn
been-
work.
Yeah. So that, I actually finally got back into playing Call of Duty with the new Black Ops 6. And so I've actually been playing online with my friends, which I haven't done in like the last 8 years. So pretty excited with that. We're into dad lobbies now, so I mean it's pretty fun because it's just 30-plus-year-old men that are like, we used to be good, man. Remember when this happened 15 years ago? We could do this, and we're like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta go.
Well, when I finally start
That's
making
funny.
money again, I will join you on that because I haven't played Call of Duty in forever. And I downloaded that game Rob was talking about last time, the cult one, and I downloaded it, but I haven't paid for it yet, so I haven't been able to play. But
Yeah.
it's on the Xbox, waiting.
This one's really good. It I gotta say, it brought back like full on like original Call of Duty 4 vibes. So it's good. It's good. I mean, you still have like the teenagers that are whooping your ass and that. But now when you sign into the multiplayer lobby, you actually have to agree to like terms and conditions of like, it can't be like old school Call of Duty where as soon as you go into game chat is 30 seconds of the worst shit you can say. You can actually there's actual AI monitors in the thing, and if you like, yeah, I'm like, wow, these kids don't understand how bad it
Good.
was. The worst 30 seconds of your life in a
I
lobby.
used to mute my headphones
Oh, it was bad.
when that started. Then I would talk to the team.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
All right. Well, I am drinking this. I finished up this bottle of 7-Up Shirley Temple flavored. I don't know why we needed this because we've had cherry 7-Up for 100 years.
That's
And then
pomegranate
someone-
7-Up.
I'm not sure what the difference between cherry 7-Up and Shirley Temple 7-Up is.
Grenadine is made from pomegranate juice,
Mm-hmm.
and a Shirley Temple is 7-Up and grenadine with cherries. That's the only difference.
Whatever. It doesn't taste much different than cherry 7-Up. I'll put it like that.
Cherry and pomegranate taste a lot alike.
Yeah. So it was. I don't know what I expected. It's exactly it, I suppose. And then.
And it's saying animal crackers in my soup too.
Oh, okay. Well, put that.
Come on.
No, not me. Excuse me. And let's see. I went through Agatha All Along, which was pretty decent.
I've heard that's pretty good. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch that yet.
It was, it's interesting. It's like Disney's been making all the Marvel shows, and they kind of been trying to make a Marvel show that's still not a superhero show. And I think they finally figured out where the balance was with this, and this was good. It starts off a little uneven, but it ends really, really strong. So I would suggest giving that a go for anyone who might be interested. I also watched Hellboy and the Crooked Man.
How was it?
Horrible.
Oh, I figured it was
Such a piece of shit. It's the movie was directed by the actual Hellboy writer and creator, or he was like directly involved. He may not have been. I don't remember if he's a director, but he was hands on with this because he didn't like how the last couple. Like he didn't even like the Del Toro Hellboys apparently. And so apparently they said this is like spot on as far as the book, but whoever made the movie doesn't understand the concept of pacing because all you want to do is just yawn. It doesn't know how to build. It doesn't know how to go anywhere. I mean, I had to start it and stop it like 3 times before I finally quit after like an hour and 10 minutes. It's junk. Complete waste of time.
That's why I went straight to video.
Yeah, exactly. It was everyone had all these high hopes and now it's so bad.
Honestly, the guy playing Hellboy, I didn't like his look either. Like Hellboy's look, he doesn't look menacing enough.
He looked greasy. It's first of all, like, no one's ever going to compare to the original.
I did like David Harbour as Hellboy. I did like the movie was not great, but he was good, I thought, as Hellboy. I liked his look.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I would just say dodge this last one and probably Kiss. At this point, Kiss any chance of getting a Hellboy movie again out the window. Because, I mean, like, this is two pretty big bombs in a row. At least this one was a low-budget bomb.
Right.
But it's going to be real hard to push it. And Demi has watched
Substance. The most fucked up movie there is out right now.
We still haven't watched it yet. It's going to be one where we full, I mean, because it's a long movie, but have like a full time to be able to sit down and watch it and realize what the fuck are we watching.
That's the last half an hour is what the fuck.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie is just really good to watch.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it next week on Thanksgiving break.
And then I will bring this up just because we kind of had a group conversation in our chat, but the new Nosferatu movie with Doug Jones. Yeah, thumbs down all the way around. It's, it was just a weird art student project is kind of the vibe it ultimately gave off. Doug was great. We all love Doug. If you met Doug over the past weekend, you could only love the man more than you already did. But I will admit that movie will make you love him a little bit less. It's just boring. It's a student project. It's like somebody made the whole thing with an iPhone, and it kind of makes you wonder how it took 6 years to get it to that point.
Right.
It's like I could have. Like you could have hand drawn every single cell, and you could have come up with something better than that.
Well, it's just going to make the new Robert Eggers version that much better,
which should be good.
Now, is that going to be the one that's a shot for shot one?
No, the one that was the Doug Jones one was the shot for shot, and it's not exactly shot. Well, I mean, it is shot for shot, and they use like some of the script from it, so the dialogue has no natural flow because
there was
in 19. Yeah, well, there's you've got your screens and stuff like that. And they tried to, it didn't. It's one of those ideas that's like I'm sure a couple people got high and said, "Man, this will be a great idea," and some really enthusiastic people on cocaine, they said, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." They pumped it up, and that's just how the whole thing went. And Demi, I'd love to tell the joke. I'm not going to get it right, so I have to think really hard about it first because I don't quite. We'll revisit later, because folks, we've brought you here today for one reason and one reason only. It's not to tell vampire jokes. It's not to complain about movies. It's to talk about the event that we all attended last week, 2 weeks ago. About the event we attended 2 weeks ago, not the Pizza Tomorrow conference that was being held in the arena next door. Which we'll talk a little bit about that too, if you want. But no, we're here to talk about Spooky Empire's Halloween show at the Orange County Convention Center. So just to frame it up, I think we all kind of went in with lower expectations because this was thrown together. Thrown together is not a good term, but it was rescheduled quickly at the convention center. Thanks to a hurricane. So it was a little bit of a spooky light. Definitely had more of a mayhem feel. Fewer panels. No fan panels, stuff like that. So overall thoughts. We'll break down the Jesus Christ. See, we still got it. We'll break down the minutia. That's a good word. Look that up. Write it down. It's going to be on the SATs. We'll go over the minutia later. But overall, guys, I mean, what was your thoughts?
I mean, I liked it. Like you said, it felt a little different, but not in a bad way. Like it wasn't like it was it's not like half of what it was. Like it still was a really good show. I actually liked it. The convention center, hard floors. I mean, we talk about that all the time, but that room was actually a very nice room. I actually like that you first went into the tattoo part of it because it made it to where that normally gets like overlooked a lot of times, I think. And it made it to where we got to see some really cool shit being done that normally everybody that goes in there doesn't go and see. So I think that was pretty good. It seemed like they had lines at their tattoo booths like all weekend, which I know some of them usually don't. So I mean, I think that was a really good thing. Really nice bathrooms everywhere. I found all the hidden ones.
It was just awesome to see everybody. More than anything else, it was just really good because we didn't make the spring show, and we haven't seen anybody since we moved, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it's a good time. People weren't spending as much money as they normally do for the October show. We still had a good time.
It happened. I mean, I expected that was probably going to be a thing.
Yeah. And, I understand why. I mean, people got fences to fix and roofs to replace and all kinds of shit. So I get it. But, still, it was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Well, we only made it for that last day, which was, we were in New Orleans for the Van Rice Vampire Ball, and then we got back Saturday night. And we're like, well, you think can we do one day of spooky? And we're like, if our bodies can handle it. And mine barely did, but we did make it out there for Sunday. So I missed a lot, but I will say the guests were like top notch this year. Like they were like super, super friendly.
They were all wonderful. I rode the elevator with Bruce at least 10 times that weekend because I think he was the floor either above or below us.
In a row?
No, not in a row. Not in a row.
That'd be kind of cool. Like if you said like, if Bruce pulls you in, Bruce Vilicek, what's his, yeah. Just up and down the elevator 10 times. That's a story.
Yeah, but no, it's, well, hell, I think Thursday, like twice. Friday alone was like 5 or 6 times. But I mean, every single time I was like, I'll wait for another one. He's like, no, come on in. And no. I think he knew I was a Kiss fan, but I wasn't like, so now that I got you cornered, like, how did you do that guitar solo in 1987 on, on this tour? And this, I was just like, how you doing? Doing good. Okay. Having a good one. So I made Sabrina proud for not saying all that stuff.
Did he end up having a panel at all?
If he did, I didn't even know about any panels because I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, they cut. I mean, I know that like they reduced the total number all the way around. Because I will admit I'm not like I didn't know too much about the guy, but his bio was pretty damn impressive. I'm like, that's a guy who's got to have some stories.
He's got stories about a lot of stuff. He has to, but I mean, hell, he still looks good. He still looks really good. So.
Well, good for him. You should have asked him beauty tips. That's like a great thing to ask the rock stars going forward. Like, what are your beauty tips? Like, what's your night regiment? My sister says use some aloe vera.
How was your interaction with Sid?
So Sid was awesome. So yeah, I Sid Croft was very much the whole reason I was there. And Sid was a chatty older gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And he
damn good for his age. Like, holy shit. Once I found out exactly like his age, I was like, no.
95.
Right.
95, still pretty damn sharp.
Yeah.
He liked my beard.
That's very nice.
Well, I went over to talk to him real quick to find, because you weren't going to be there, so I was going to try and do a video call for you. And it was right at the end of the day on Friday. So I just went over and chatted with him real quick because it wasn't that busy. I was like, is this the cost for this? And would a video call be the same? Blah, blah, blah. We talked a little bit, and he was like, oh, man, I love your beard. Well, thanks, man. So, well, I will be seeing you later tomorrow.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. But we made it, had to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's all good,
and so,
man.
yeah, he was fun. And, Demi got video of the whole thing but he and his handler, like I don't think it's his daughter. I'm not sure what her relationship, but whatever manager, they're just bickering back and forth because he doesn't quite spell the name right at one point. And he starts like, you didn't tell me how to spell it. I told you exactly how to spell it. No, you didn't. And they're going back and forth, and it was fantastic. And, he told a great story about meeting Walt Disney, and it was, it was really cool. And he spent, like, that was the one thing, like, when things aren't quite as busy, you do get to spend more time with all the guests. And, that's the big advantage. And we got a solid 5 minutes with him, it's fantastic. So we liked him. I got to hang out with the Soskas actually while we were in line for Doug Jones. And the Soska sisters, I mean, they're like, as far as, just being super personable, holy shit. That's like they've kind of got the bar at the top, just the way they interact with everybody in, fans in other people's lines.
Oh yeah, just standing there watching them, like we stood off and watched them like do like autographs with people and that, and like holy shit, like it is amazing. Like they're really good with their fans.
No, they're fantastic, and they've got that kind of energy that's like, even if you don't know who they are, once you figure out who they are, they'll make you a fan.
Right.
They're really, really hot. So I mean,
they're only getting better looking too. That's the
I
thing.
don't know how. It's like Daniel Harris too. Don't know how, but every single time I'm just like I'm like Billy Madison, like so hot, want to touch the honey.
Yeah, it's a beautiful statement. So, yep, and no, they are Demi's BFFs. Like it was pretty funny to watch because we were in line and they saw her, Demi, and that's, what, no one does that to me.
Well,
I've got Jamie from Small Wonder has been known to do that, but that's the only guy. So,
I finally got an email from them last week. And they're going to be doing a hot sauce with me now.
That's awesome.
Just waiting to work out the details. So maybe I can get them on the show before we're not on the show anymore.
Well, we got like one episode left, so we'll see how that works.
We can make a special episode like for that.
Mike's like, we're going to come back next year and make it happen.
You never, like I said, I think just to bring that up because I was asked about it somewhere else. We're probably never going to completely kill the show. Like there's never going to be 100% a bullet in it, but we're just not going to do them regular anymore. So don't don't unfollow the channel. I'll put it that way. I got to meet Joe Lynch. Got him to sign a copy of Suitable Flesh. And that's like also a super cool guy. I mean, he's like literally he's one of us.
Yeah.
He's just a fan who got lucky enough to start making movies, and they're not always fantastic. They're of differing quality, but he's made a couple good ones in there. I think Knights of Badassdom is just genius. And
his production company name is The Bomb.
I think he did Mayhem, right? That was
with what's his name from the Mayhem.
Yes. The Office built the movie where what's that?
Was it with like an energy drink?
No.
And everybody started attacking each other in the office on a Christmas party or whatever.
It's a virus is in the air. It's contaminated. And so they have to wait for 24 hours for the effects to wear off.
And that was Glenn from Walking Dead.
Yes. So that movie's that's a fun movie. So I mean, I was very surprised, and I didn't know much about the guy going forward. But yeah, Joe Lynch is one of those guys. If you ever get a chance to meet him, just get in line. Get in line. Odds are you've seen something he's done. And I mentioned this movie a couple times, Suitable Flesh. It was like released directly to Shudder. So the fact that he had hard copies of it available, that's kind of cool. Remember, folks, support physical media.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, speaking of Shudder, if there's a movie called Christmas Bloody Christmas, don't fucking bother. We watched it last night. Oh my god, it was brutal. So bad. Oh my.
Yeah.
I don't even have to guess. Yeah, hold on. So Demi brought this up.
Oh, I'm so about that.
So I think everyone kind of knows Max and Ashley. They don't go to the
Fellow Citrus County residents. Woohoo.
that is fellow
They
Citro for you.
haven't been since for a while.
It had been a few years and they made it back, but Max proposed to Ashley while they were getting a photo op with what's his name, Clive Barker.
Barker.
Well, it was the whole cast. It was the whole Fright Night cast.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was the whole cast. I thought Clive. Okay, well, so they made it memorable. And Max has told the story that she bought the ring years ago and then lost it. So, you know,
It's an antique ring. I think it's like over 100 years old or something like that.
oh geez.
And well, I mean, I've just gone off of what he posted on Facebook, but I'm so happy because they are one of the cutest couples. They're great people. Absolutely am glad to be able to say that they're my friends. And yeah, congratulations, guys. Because
Yes, congratulations to Max and Ashley. And he lost it and then rediscovered the knife or the ring looking for a knife, and you know, beautiful. So good for him. Good for them. So happy it happened. And it's a good story to go with all of it too. Also, let's see on the list. I know a lot of others people were talking about Doug Jones. Doug was absolute.
but
Was that Mike?
I didn't meet him, but just standing off to the side, watching him interact with everybody. I got to watch Eric go up there and get the autograph and all that. And we stopped and just watched for that 5-minute long interaction. And he's just like this to Eric's head. Like, this is fucking great. Like, he's an awesome guy. And also very snazzy dressed. His vest.
Very snazzily dressed. Doug is a hugger, and Doug's kind of a groper. I mean, consensual groping. So that's, you know, but it's like he's not one of those who's going to insist on a big thick sheet of plexiglass in between people for their pictures. So
Unfortunately, didn't get to make enough money to go meet him. So I wanted to take a picture of him in my arms, like I wanted to carry him like a baby. I've seen him do that before, and I would love to pick him up like that.
he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Yeah, but he's skinny.
We saw him
That's
at
true.
the,
Well, yeah,
Bucks would be soaking wet.
at the pub when we were eating dinner, and he came in with like everybody that was with him and that, and just even sitting down at dinner, like everybody was just walking by him, they didn't even know who he was, but like the way he interacted with everybody was like, it was amazing. Like, I bet you that waitress fell in love with him that day because like he had her laughing up a fucking storm. And that, so like, he's a good person even out of a convention setting.
and you think you kind of have to be when you've got that much, you know, he's that genuine positive energy. It's going to carry on to everything else. So, yeah, Demi got him to sing Barry Manilow with him. They sang Daybreak together.
Oh God.
So that was very memorable. And the fact that he was willing to do that just makes him an all-star. So,
And Angie had a great experience with Michael Gross. She cried. She cried.
Oh, that's awesome.
She thanked him for being better than her dad and all that stuff, and just talked to him for a brief minute. And she came running back with tears in her eyes. Oh my God, it was so great.
That's awesome.
yeah, no, I'm glad she got to meet him. That's good. And I know, and tell us about Hooper getting to see D again.
Well, let me see if I can find. So I'm sure everybody's seen the photo. But so we were waiting for them to get there because we were gonna get one of those ET things signed that that I made, and I can't find it right now. So what we did was I took the photo from Spooky, South Carolina, and I kind of blackened the background and all that stuff, and made it look like Hooper autographed a picture for her saying, "To my favorite movie mom, love you, Hooper, XO." And then I took red paint and put it on Hooper's paw, and Hooper signed it. So we put it in a little frame, and we went over and we gave it to her, and she freaked out. She loved it. But she also told us that she already had a picture, that same picture of Hooper in her office at home. So the picture we took in South Carolina, she had printed out and put it on her desk. So she's like the biggest Hooper fan on the planet.
That's awesome.
And now she has an autographed picture of Hooper.
So she's
that
going to
was-
sell
that
the
was
other one on eBay now.
Yeah, why not? Hooper be signing autographs, $10 a pop. Got to pay her the rent out somehow.
There you go. Let's see. I'm also so that's our Dee Wallace story. Allison is now sharing her own Michael Gross story. So Allison, that's good for Emmett. And oh, hello, Sloan. How you doing there?
Howdy.
So let's see. We also met Alicia Witt. We bought 2 of her albums because she makes music now. Of the adult contemporary variety.
Elevator music.
It's not elevator music. It's grocery store music.
Doctor's office. Got it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I went through some of it. We've got Alicia Witt on vinyl. I don't think a lot of people can say that now.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I'm trying to think of any other just good stories I heard from the weekend as far as
Craig. Oh, I forgot his last name.
Craig Sheffer.
Yes. He was on our floor. So when we were checking in and that, we got on the elevator, we brought our stuff up, we were bringing the cart back, and then we were getting into the elevator to go back up. And basically the same outfit, like the denim jeans, denim jacket, and all that. He got on the elevator with us, and I'm looking at Sabrina, and I'm like, I can't put a name to the face, but I'm like, he's somebody. Like, we're not talking, we're looking at each other, and we know what we're saying. He sparks up a conversation, super nice. He gets off on the same floor as us, and he's looking at his thing. He's like 36 and all that. He's like, what fucking way is this? And we're like, well, we're 25, so I think you should be down here. And so he starts walking with us and all that, and he's like, hopefully it's not too rowdy up here. And we're like, no, it's gonna get rowdy. He's like, oh, then it'll be my people. He's like, see you guys. Walked off to his room. I'm like, hey, he's just in the room. Well, that's it.
Well, that's something. Demi did kind of get a quick, selfie with him as he was breaking down, but that, she has met him years ago from other stuff. And she got an Eileen Dietz moment. That's great. She always does seem very friendly.
She's very nice.
So that's all good. Again, I heard a lot of really good celeb stories for this weekend. Everyone at the booth, because it was a little bit lighter of a crowd, everyone had a little bit extra time to chat, and it does give you some good memories, good stories to go home with.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard a bad thing about anyone this time around, which is rare because every
other than what happened with Vaughn.
Oh well, yeah. Well, yeah.
That was the biggest bad thing that happened that day. So
about that, and yeah, he's like, I almost went Duval on somebody, and I'm like, oof.
And you know what? Apparently, they apparently resolved it on a good level. So fists did not get thrown, and hopefully, a little money has maybe even changed hands, and everyone, everyone got to wet their whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what you want to see.
Yeah, but that was oof. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. So our Craig hung out with Craig Sheffer and bonded over being new grandparents.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, and I got to see the baby. Super cute baby.
It is cute baby. We all got to see the baby. And so Craig got to see the baby, hopefully. So that's good. All right, so that kind of wraps up all the celebs, and that was a big. I don't think any of us got ink this time around.
No, Sabrina almost did. We were throwing it back and forth, but on Sunday, as we were about to be, it was probably about 2:00. We were about to walk out, and I forgot the name of the tattoo person, but there was on like the easel, there was a sign that said, there is currently a free Steve Harvey portrait going on right now. And the guy's in the chair, and I'm like, what? And I look up, and he's like, and I look over, and he is literally on like his entire back shoulder getting a full black and white portrait of Steve Harvey from Family Feud going,
Did he lose a bet? Why
Yeah.
would somebody want this?
I guess the tattoo artist just was like, hey, if anybody wants a free Steve Harvey tattoo, and this guy's like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And I mean, it wasn't small. It was like the size of my hand, like portrait. Like,
Okay, so that begs an interesting question. What is like the celebrity you give the least damn about, but you would still get a tattoo of? Like, is there a Venn diagram of like people I really think have no talent or just don't give a crap about? People I'd get a tattoo of. Like, what's the overlap?
Probably Sherry Moon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Only because she would be part of a Rob Zombie like theme tattoo.
yeah. No, Matt, I think he hit it right on the head with that. Like, yeah, because she would go into how many movie like themed tattoos or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much anything Rob Zombie has made.
Can't stand her, but
Oh yeah, but I mean, she's
if I were to get like a Devil's Reject tattoo, I'd kind of have to have her on there.
exactly.
All right. Harriet's thrown in John Travolta as her celebrity tattoo that she doesn't
Which
really.
John Travolta, though? Are we talking Saturday Night Fever? Are we talking Punisher? Are we talking Bald? Now? What are we talking about?
It would be either, for me, it would be either Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta.
In the pose?
Yeah, maybe even Urban Cowboy, but otherwise, far spectrum of it, it would be full Scientologists, like John Travolta being bent
From
over,
Battlefield Earth? Oh my God.
bent over with like an alien, well, Thetan shoving stuff up his butt.
What if you have alien John Travolta banging young Saturday Night Fever, like they're having sex together? Would you get that tattoo?
I would, and I think that's already happened.
Probably. Okay, you know, after careful consideration,
Definitely not, Dan.
I think I might be able to be persuaded to get a Bob Barker tattoo.
Oh,
Well, that would be fun.
it would be Bob Barker beating up
Sandler.
like it would have to be like that fight, like a thing of that fight scene where Adam Sandler's on the ground as Bob
The
Barker.
price is wrong, bitch.
Okay. All right.
They do that. Or just Bob with a thing of scissors, you know, and saying, don't forget.
You have your pet spayed or neutered. That's right. Okay, Burt Reynolds. A Burt Reynolds tattoo would be cool, though.
I know, I love Burt Reynolds, like seriously.
Yeah.
I just love his mustache. Like it would just be a tattoo of his mustache. And
you'd
then
have to get the hat and the mustache.
Yes.
and then
Cowboy
just
had the mustache.
speaking
Or-
bubble his
Or
lap.
the car with the mustache.
Oh. Yeah, instead of a
Just the hood.
screaming
Just
mustache.
get the hood.
Yep.
Just get the bird. Put the mustache on the bird.
Yeah. With the hat. I'll put a hat.
With
I'll-
the hat. Yes. See, we got the tattoo done there.
Oh man, dude, I don't have any tattoos, but I will get I will totally have a screaming chicken with a Burt Reynolds mustache and a hat.
Yes. Gotta
All
miss
right.
that car. I used to have one.
Before we wrap this up, I'll throw this one last one out to everyone. You have to get this celebrity as a tattoo, but you do get to pick what film. Philip Seymour Hoffman. So I'll throw out, there's Boogie Nights, Philip Seymour Hoffman. There's
I'd probably get
Twister.
I'd probably get Twister Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, Twister. All the way. All the way.
I'm not a fan of Capote, so
Capote could be good. Capote could be good.
No, Twister. Seriously, like that. It's to the extreme. It's the extreme. Sorry.
See, actually, I would get him from Almost Famous. That would have to be the.
See
So-
now, can I just do, instead of his portrait, could I just do like the pattern of his sweatshirt? Because that sweatshirt's pattern was amazing.
No, you have to have him. It has to.
And fully in all that.
Yeah, the almost famous one, Demi. I think I'm with you. Because I just have it. It's like I'm not cool. That's what I have written under it.
That's a good movie too. God
It's a great movie.
Great
So,
movie.
Okay. So moving back to Spooky Empire.
Sorry.
Tangents.
Yeah, so that was a good tangent, solid tangent. Anything like memorable as far as the costumes? Because on Sunday there was everything. There was a decent costume contest. I wasn't super blown away, but we had some great Cenobites.
Say we'd actually
You missed.
go to the costume contest.
You missed the best costume of them all. It was a 3-day costume. There was a guy named Wayne. He came as Jeff Goldblum as Brundle, just in the tweed jacket, whatever, the first day. The second day, he came as the transforming Brundlefly. He had the boils and slime and stuff and walking on the canes and gloves. And the third day, he showed up with a full working model.
And I saw that. I didn't realize he had been going gradual.
All 3 days. Covered all 3 days. Transformation for the 3 days. It was amazing.
It was, and that model, like I was walking in and he was right next to me, and I gotta say, like, it gave me the creeps. Like I was like,
That's a great job.
It was amazing. It looked gross in the best way possible. Like it looked slimy, it looked wet. It was good. It was really good.
So that one obviously stood out to me.
Yeah, actually, it's funny when I met Joe Lynch. He'd come up after us, and like Joe was just like, "Oh my God, look at that!" He was definitely into that. So, yep, good stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the Wolf Girl on Sunday. Apparently, the character. I mean, basically, she was like wearing like a wolf head kind of mask, and then just had a very elaborate costume. But apparently, it was a character, one of the bosses from the game Bloodborne. Don't know if anyone's played that. It's it's as much of an adaptation as something like that as you can do. But just the level of detail she had, I was just like, damn.
You missed the furries on Friday.
There was one on Sunday still.
Friday there was it. We turned a corner and there was a full-on furry gathering with one that had the full animatronic mouth that moved around and all that stuff. Well, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. And then Serena's like, "Isn't that a sexual thing?" I'm like, "Well, not all furries are sexual." I'm like, "But I mean, yeah." And then we went down that rabbit hole, and then she's like, "I don't get it." I'm like, "Me either. Here's a porn of it."
Did you explain yiffing to her?
Yeah, no, I didn't go down that far.
Good. That's good. You're a good husband.
I did not go down.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know what it was, but it's funny. Actually, I posted a video of just the old witch lady, which I didn't know what it was, on TikTok, and somebody lost their shit over it. And it was a great costume. I've never seen Over the Garden Wall, but it almost made me go, huh, I should give it a shot, because that was interesting looking. And this was a great question, because I saw like 3 or 4 on Sunday alone. How many arts were there?
It was a lot.
At least 15.
But I gotta say, there was one, and I think he's the one that has done it for the last couple of years. I think the one that had the mannequin in a wheelchair. I believe that's the same one that had like 30 years did it, where it was on the rolling cart, where it was him sawing the girl in half.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what he did the year before, but I know there's been one that over the last couple of years has like evolved with the movies and done it. And yeah, that one was really good because it was the ant with the whole tube shoved down her throat and that, and it was good. It was gruesome looking, but it was good.
One of the arts I saw, and I did love this, that Auntie Whispers, the big giant, witch looking lady. He wanted a picture of her, but he stayed in character so he wouldn't talk. And he basically
the fucking booth doing that. Like,
what
do you want?
I could understand how that would get frustrating, but since I had very limited interaction with him and just saw him doing that, I was like, I appreciate the commitment to the character that you're not even going to talk to ask for a picture. Just pantomime the whole thing.
Yeah, no, no. There were some good ones. There were some shitty ones. But there was definitely some good ones.
Hmm. All right, let's see. So what else is? I mean, so no one really did any of the panels.
I got food
Any?
poisoning
I heard
Friday.
the Clive Barker panel was amazing. I heard.
That's good. That's good. If that was his final panel, I'm glad he had a good one. And Mike, would you like to tell us about food poisoning?
Oh yeah, that was wonderful. And no, it wasn't from anything from the hotel, convention center, or anything that I ate on iDrive. It was from a goddamn bag salad that I brought myself. Had that for lunch at about 11 o'clock on Friday. Starting at about 1 o'clock, I'm like, man, my tummy's rumbling. I'm like, I probably should slow down on the beer. I'm like, it's probably that. And then about 3 o'clock, I'm like, no, my tummy is rumbling like something's wrong. Like this, something's wrong. Yeah, went to the party on Friday. Stayed down for just like I didn't even finish the Cure cover band. I'm like, babe, I was sweating like profusely. I'm like, I gotta go to the room. She even came up a couple times. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I am not." And
Ugh.
yeah, that was
From a
fun.
bagged salad?
Yeah, yep. And then it finally everything decided to happen all at once. And after 2 hours, I'm like, "Fine, let's go. I'm ready to party." She's like, "It's 3 o'clock in the morning." I'm like, "I'm going to bed." So Saturday night, I made up for it because I was out until 4:45, and that's after the time change. So I made up for it. I was literally the only one walking around. I'm like, where is everybody? I was like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I was like, meh, yeah. But I made up for it. So it wasn't a total waste. But yeah, no, Friday was not a fun day for me. I was in pain. I was in, yeah.
Well,
I was
you
in
were
pain
not the
just
only
going
person
back and
sick
forth.
and in pain at this convention. So, without going into all the details, Petey, if you end up watching, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. Hope you feel
Been there,
better.
buddy. Twice.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Cool.
Not
Cool.
fun at all.
No. Luckily, knock on wood, my bar's wood. I have not had that happen, but I have heard about it. And yeah,
No.
no, I'd rather have food poisoning every single day because at least that gets better.
Yeah, yeah. So you didn't make it to the Cure cover band. Did you see any of the other bands?
Well, I made half of it, and then I had to go because yeah. Well, when we first got there, the Nine Inch Nails one, they ended up having I think they did one song, and then they ended up having their computer that runs the synthesizers ended up like complete blue screening of death type deal, and they're like yeah, like Nine Inch Nails synthesizers, so we kind of can't perform. But like I said in previous shows, I've seen the Cure cover band, not them doing the Cure stuff, but with their other stuff, and they're great. They put on a hell of a show. From the part that I saw, like I said, I think when they started to play the Forest is when I left. But it was good from them. Sabrina really enjoyed them. So
Good. And Angie has weighed in on the typical food at the Hyatt.
yeah,
It was bad. It's so expensive.
it is. I even skipped out on my making product, which I was.
We went down to the Beeline just to give it a try, and she got a bowl of soup, and that was still like $12 for a fucking bowl of soup.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I
got
think we had talked about it a little bit on the
buffalo
last
chicken
one. I just
fingers,
remember I read a
like-
review and somebody was saying it's like, well, they got like a $20 room service fee on top of it, but it's like it ended up being $85 for like 1.5, meals.
So
Well,
Sunday,
even if you go down to the market, 2 hard-boiled eggs, $5.
yeah,
No. Was it a famous chicken? Are they
Yeah.
magic eggs?
I got to admit, Sunday morning we did order room service, but it was because Sabrina had a bad migraine and she's like, I'm not getting out of bed and I need food. So we did order room service. What we got was good, but yeah, it was one of those we ended up paying like $60 because we got 2 breakfasts and then the room service charge and all that. But we were not leaving the room. She was not leaving the room and all that. And I had just gone to bed 2 hours beforehand. So I was not leaving the room, so I gladly went head under pillow. Here's my debit card. Tap, tap, tap. Do your stuff. So, but I gotta say, it was a really good breakfast, though.
That's good. Glad to hear that. And that's funny. Robin's mentioning the crepes.
Sabrina's thing has been those crepes from the convention center. She talks about them all the time, and we made sure. Well, y'all saw we had just gotten it on Sunday. She got her crepe with the bananas and strawberries and a Nutella and that, and she was a happy lady. And I was like, you know what? If it makes you happy, I'll pay for it. So.
You know what? I had one of those crepes, and I can't remember if it was at MegaCon or if it was at the first spooky convention show. But whatever crepe I got made me sick, and I don't know if it was quite food poisoning or just something that didn't agree with me. But wow, it has scared me off of crepes almost altogether. It was a bad day. All right. Well, I mean, that's. Again, I'm only there for one day. I think I've given my experiences. You guys have anything else notable that you guys want to mention?
I like the setup. It was cool, like Mike was saying, with the way they put it together. I hate the convention center.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
No, yeah, it's
like you have. Oh yeah, our helper had the Chinese food there, and he did not have a good day either.
Yeah, that's again, we've always I know there's not a lot of great options, unfortunately, and like you're hungry and there really is no other walking place within walking distance to eat.
No.
But yeah,
that too, yeah. What Harry just said, the collector cards. What a great fucking idea.
Oh yeah, that was
so cool.
Seriously, that was a huge hit. I mean, there was people going crazy for those.
It's you know what? I was seeing Facebook posts in the attendees group like Friday, maybe even Thursday night. People were already talking about like, hey, I only need these 3 left.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a really cool thing to get autographs too. I mean, they put a spot on there just for the actors to sign, and then you could put that up in a frame for a year and say this was Spooky 2024, and here's my card collection with all my autographs. It would be a really cool display piece.
That actually it's a really good idea.
Well, I hope that if they do it again, PD starts doing like PDs from different generations.
Well, there was one on there, I think.
There was one. No, I saw the PD. I saw the one, but no, we need this was PD from the Jenny Jones show, and this is PD from 2005.
Club Kid PD. We need, Club Kid PD falling down on roller skates on the Jenny Jones show.
Oh, I do have a request to everybody who watches this and replay or whatever. If you happen to have any old Mr. Potato Heads lying around, I need one. I need all of them. So DM me or Angie, and we'll give you our address, and you can ship them this way, because we are now making shit like this.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Let me turn my background off. My green screen being stupid. Oh, you brought it down to me.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That is pretty freaking cool.
There you go. Now you can see.
Tater fryer.
So how'd you come up with the name?
A friend of hers, excuse me. Don't smoke, kids. A friend of hers said, she started painting and stuff like that, and a friend of hers came on and said, what is that, the tater fryer? And I was like, that's what we're calling it. Thank you.
That's perfect.
So,
name for it.
I've got ideas for like a Freddy one, which will be like a baked potato. So he'll have like a red and green foil wrapping on him, and instead of like the normal skin burn marks, it'll just be like burnt potato skin with fluffy potato underneath. And we'll call it like Nightmare on Spud Street or some shit like that. So we might start a whole line of these Mr. Potato Heads, but I need as many potato heads as people can send me I gotta start hitting all the Goodwills and stuff to find them.
If you do a Jason one, it has to be Friday the 13th minute.
13th minute.
Yeah, 13 minutes of cooking it. And that's fine. No, it's just a long shot anyway. Yeah, I ain't gonna copyright.
You
I'll
know,
take
you
that
throw it out there. You throw it out there, and sometimes it sticks. It's
Sometimes it sticks.
Sometimes not.
yeah, a pinhead one would be good. A pinhead potato.
Yeah.
There's definitely that's a good idea. That's cool. So I hope that is mucho successful.
I hope so.
They're cool as fuck.
I need a fucking break.
They
Gotta
are.
make some money.
Let's see. So I think that wraps up spooky. Let's see. Hold on. Just we have a couple other little notes here. So that's yeah. So that pretty much wraps up the convention. You know, doing it again in June, so you get a long ass break.
But you do have this coming up.
Oh wait, hold on. Demi may have gotten the name. It's a Friday the 13th.
Aha! That's it. That's
God
the one.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
There we
Copyright.
go.
Verbal
Friday the 13th.
trademark. Verbal trademark.
Spudzilla. That could be a good one too.
All right. So real quick, I want everyone to know next Sunday we are doing a Thanksgiving show. And then we'll probably do one final one somewhere in December. So 2 shows to go, folks. And then next Thursday, it's we're gonna do all of our Thanksgiving crap. But if anyone's watching and wants to be on, we are going to share the invite link on the show, so anyone can just randomly pop in.
What time are we doing it next Thursday?
What? Not Thursday. Sunday.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if you're doing it Thursday, we're gonna be in Geneva, so we might just pop over.
Well, you should pop over. Either way, because we don't do anything on Thanksgiving. We might make fancy cocktails, but that's about it. And potatoes. Right. Yeah, no. So this will be Sunday. So let's see. Hold on. Oh, so Demi brought up anything else holiday oriented you've got for the holidays? Anything you're pushing out for people to buy?
We've got the more Art the Clown ornaments. We've got some Slimer ornaments that we're playing with that are actually see-through and kind of ghost-alike. I'm going to be doing the stream mugs. Those are going to go into production very soon. Just all kinds of new stuff coming up. Once we get back from Chicago, because we'll be in Chicago next weekend for Days of the Dead. So I'll probably be joining the Thanksgiving show from Chicago.
Yeah, tell us about how much Chicago sucks.
I love Chicago.
Don't come on wearing a suit like the Blues Brothers. I'll be mad.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, Mike, what is Pints and Pistons up to?
Yeah, thank you.
We are actually there's going to be a new full video coming out in the next couple days. Dan just bought a new daily driver / project car that is something of really high luxury that the depreciation value had hit it so much that he got it for a really good price. So basically, Dan bought a Porsche, and we're gonna have the video of the budget-friendly Porsche coming out. So he's actually working on different like editing and all. Like we're actually editing a video. Well, he is, but
ooh, fancy.
And yeah, I trust me, I know. We're like, ooh, we're gonna be fancy with stuff. But yeah, we got an episode on Friday, and then besides that, we still have our shop up on our website with all wonderful shirts, tank tops, hoodies, totes, glasses.
Very comfortable shirts, by the way, folks. Just letting you know.
And I actually might buy a sweatshirt so I can actually have one, because this whole time I haven't bought one yet, so I need to do one.
As far as the Tony Todd thing goes, I am actually going to retire his label now that he's passed. Since we only had like a handshake deal on the Tony Todd hot sauce, out of respect, I'm going to retire that. I don't know if we're going to do. I don't know. We had a handshake deal with him, so I'm really trying hard not to do things that aren't licensed, so to speak.
Mhm.
And I don't want to disrespect him. I don't want to disrespect his family. I don't need them coming after me for trying to profit off of his death, which I have no want to do anyway. So that's kind of like up in the air. I don't know. I have no idea. But that announcement, that was a kick in the fucking balls right there.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Such a cool guy.
Yeah,
He was just one of us, and just a dude hanging out, just loving doing movies and horror and.
Yeah, it was one of those. I don't think we ever met him at his table. Every single time we met him was at either the party or just around hanging out with him, type deal.
And I know I've told the story several times already, but the defining Tony Todd spooky memory for me is the celebrity poker game, I think, which was the 2010 one, where he wouldn't stay at his seat. He kept getting up to go hit a joint, and Tony would smoke with the fans. And so it's just like every time it's like, it's Tony's turn. Where is he? He outside again. So,
he was a good dude.
Yeah. I will say this: the Queen Bee. I've got a bottle of it still. It's about half left. That was a spicy one. But I'm saving that bottle. That'll be just a little memory there. So
yeah. I just don't want to. No,
it's a difficult situation business-wise to be in. I get that. I totally get that. So. Well, then let's go out with this because I don't have a game on this episode. We will probably have multiple games on the Thanksgiving episode next Sunday. So folks, again, mark your calendars now. We'll put up the event later for it, but next Sunday will be a fun episode. So please join us for that. Please, literally join us. We're giving you a chance to join us on the show.
You could be there. You could be there. You could be over there.
Be here. You could be here.
Multiple across here.
So
get your own little box. We're gonna play. What was that show?
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. That's the one.
That we could do a Hollywood Squares game. We could. I can arrange something.
That would be one.
Can we put you in the center square, Paul Lind?
Oh, you crazy man. We'll anything is possible. So, but yeah, let's go out on this. Favorite Tony Todd role or movie? Because I'm going to start. I'm going to go off a little bit, but The Crow. He was a badass in The Crow.
Yeah.
And in a movie with a lot of badasses, he was a badass.
Yeah, he was.
I think I got it.
That's the tough one, man.
Yeah, I know I'm just throwing it out like that, but
why can't I think of anything right now?
Well, I mean, okay, so Candyman's the obvious, but it's good. I mean, it's not like it's just the most popular thing he was in. He was excellent in it.
Damn, like he scared the shit out of me. Still watching it, like it scares the shit out of me.
I was never scared of Jason. I mean, jump scares are one thing, but the character itself, not really scary. But Candyman's pretty scary.
Yeah.
That scared a lot of people, man. That was like bringing Bloody Mary back, but
exactly
5 times bigger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was also really good in a movie called Sushi Girl. And I've talked about that a couple times. It's like basically a movie got made because a bunch of actors who go to, comic and horror conventions said, hey, let's do a movie. And it was super low budget, but it had Mark Hamill doing the closest he's ever done to the Joker in live action. Basically, he was the Joker if the Joker was gay. But then Tony Todd was just, evil. He was great. And a lot of good performances. Not a great movie, I'm not going to lie. It's nothing I super strongly recommend, but it's still worth checking out for Tony's role in it and for Mark's.
I love his version, or his Tom Savini redid Night of the Living Dead.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he did.
He was really good in that
He was.
as the main character.
Yeah, Robin brought his role up in Final Destination.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
He was the voice of Venom in some of the cartoons.
He wasn't he the Venom in the live action movie?
No, that's Tom Hardy.
Okay. I didn't
Tom Hardy
I didn't
does the
know
voice for
he-
Venom as well.
Okay, good for him. I still need. I haven't seen. I've only seen the first one of the Venom movies, so I wasn't quite convinced I needed to see the others. All right. Well, let's see. A couple other things. He's Worf's brother on Star Trek. I do remember that.
True. Yep. You just
Yeah,
go down his
great.
IMDb and you're like, oh my god, he was in that. He was. Oh yeah, he was in that. Oh shit,
He
was.
worked.
Oh shit, that's Tony Todd.
That man worked. All right. Well, then let's do this, folks. We're going to wrap up. Again, join us next week. We're going to do the Thanksgiving Hollywood Squares edition. If we can get a few other people to join us. So if you're brave enough, we will have some horror trivia for everyone to do. We're going to go. We're gonna, hardcore too. I'm not doing pussy questions because let me tell you,
You're horrible.
that's fine. That's fine. Because as long as you can say something funny, it still counts. And Circle gets the square, even if you get it wrong.
That's
So
right.
we'll come up with something good. But it's just, yeah. So I'll leave it up at that. I think we're good. We had a lovely spooky. Hopefully we'll have a more ruckus one next time around. Hopefully it won't be blown away by another hurricane. June is possible.
Well, you also need to when Debbie's feeling better next week. You need to tell us about your little vampire soiree.
Yeah, because I would like to hear about that.
We went to the. We'll talk New Orleans
I
next
go
week.
next year.
It was
I
good.
want to go next year.
Good times for all. All right. Well, with that, folks, thank you for joining us. We will, I'm kind of threatening this a little bit, but we will see you next Sunday. So in the meantime, thank you. Fuck you. Bye.